Okay, welcome to Project Abundance, and Lewis is going to give us a quick demonstration on the no-dig method. So what have you been doing, and what are you doing at the moment, Luke?
Well, basically we're starting one of our no-dig beds, which is basically an easy way of growing veg without having to go through the maintenance of all the weeds coming through constantly.
Okay.
And basically we've dug a trench here just so that we know what's underneath the soil before we start applying stuff on top. So
How deep was that? How?
The trench? Or
Yeah, about
a foot, maybe
about a foot
and a half roughly. Then we're adding some manure and some compost that we made last year, and some worms to the bottom,
okay.
just so that
just going to zoom round to see.
Yeah, that would be so that the plants have food to go down to. So put a layer of cardboard over the top, which is basically a weed suppressor, a compostable weed suppressor. So that's going to stop any weed seeds coming through, but also going to break down and add to the compost and the organic matter. So yeah, and then we add what we've taken out back onto the top of the cardboard. And then a layer of straw or mulch over the top, which will stop any moisture coming escaping, which will mean less watering, and also less maintenance to stop the weeds coming through as easily. So in theory we should only need to dig this once. Many people
just
don't.
Once?
Yeah, many people don't dig, they just put the cardboard on top and build up. But
can you show us some of the compost underneath, so we can see what the sort of structure of it is?
You see there's a lot of, you see the difference between the soil that we've got here. It's very crumbly,
yeah,
and quite fine.
Yeah.
Not much. So that it doesn't really retain the water too well. So when we water it, it's just going to fall straight through to the bottom and not going to have any chance for the roots to get hold of it.
So there's plenty of bulky matter in there.
There's hay. There's all our old material or waste material from last year. We've been composting that over the winter, so that's going to add a load of nutrients and also help retain the water a lot more.
Okay, let's just zoom in back on you.
So yeah, we're just going to add the material we've taken out back on top now, and then add some straw on top and it's ready for planting. So, and every year, like I say, you dig it once, every year you then build back on top. The cardboard will break down, so you add another layer of weed suppressor, so to speak, and you just keep building up and up, and eventually the nutrients will fall from the top rather than be sucked up through the bottom. So
you're creating like a dome mound?
Yeah, pretty much. And there's advantages to that as well, is because it's raised. If you're planting things like carrots, then carrot fly can only fly up to 20 centimetres. So if you've got your bed higher than 20 centimetres, you're not going to be bothered by those kind of pests. So
okay.
There's all these little things that that it's advantageous to. So just a case of trial and error and see how they work. But from previous experience, they seem to be doing good, which is why we're carrying on with them. So in terms of the no-dig versus the normal planting, mainly maintenance. So we've got some leeks and some parsnips planted in here, and they're all quite young. So the issue is we get loads of weeds growing around it, and obviously blocking out its light and taking some of its nutrients. So I'm going to go along here and just weed out all the stuff that's close to what we've got planted, and give them some space to grow. But this is one of the downsides of planting direct into the soil. So Yeah, let's crack on. So if I just show you quickly how we're going to lower the maintenance on these direct sown. A lot of people will pull the weeds like this, which leaves the root inside and it's going to grow again. So if we just get the fork or a trowel, loosen it, and then the roots come up with it. So that's going to save a lot of time. Yeah, stop everything keep regrowing as quickly. So yeah, it's worth putting in that extra little bit of time, save you time in the future. So we've nearly filled the bath. We've basically layered it with manure, the leaves and cardboard. So just going to add a final layer over the top of the manure, and then we're going to add our worms, which we've bought some off a website, which we'll post the link below. Yeah, I think they're a bit too big for the worms to break down, to be honest, so really want leaves and stuff that's easy for them to eat through. So with the vegetables and stuff, when you put them on top, the smaller they are, the quicker they're going to process them. So you want to try and make everything really small. But yeah. So yeah, once we've filled it up, we're basically just soaking it down because worms like a damp environment. So we're giving it a good hose down, and as you'll see down here, this is where our fertiliser is going to be falling into. So that's going to have all the manure and all the worm castings in there, so that's going to be perfect for later on in the year when we need fertiliser for the veg. So yeah, ideally we want the rainwater to fall off this and keep it moist, but in the summer when it starts getting a bit drier, you just have to every so often keep it damp. So yeah, now if we put on the worms. Yeah, so we've got our worms here, we've got these offline. They're from Worm City, so all we're going to do is we're going to place these on top. And then they're going to start to find their way down to the bottom where it's slightly cooler, or slightly warmer should I say, in this weather. So there they are, there's a nice lump of them there. So as I say, they're going to channel down to the bottom where there's food and there's some warmth, and in a couple of days we'll start adding some food waste over the top, and they'll start coming back up with the nutrients. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to place some cardboard over the top, just to keep them nice and warm, stop the moisture from evaporating, and they're also going to break that down as well. So there's various benefits, and it'll also stop any other rodents and things getting in for the food waste. So yeah, as I say, as you can see, this is now slowly filling up. And as the worms start multiplying, we'll start getting more and more potent fertiliser.